though, should they? Done blood tests, they'd soon know. What doesn't show up virtually with that?
Well,
Too many things that doesn't
exactly.
show up in a blood test, too many things, does it?
Ah,
Must bloody know. How can they not know?
takes about a day or so usually at the most, doesn't it, with
Yeah,
those other
exactly, yeah.
tests. Yeah.
One sense he's in the right place in a way, but when he was in hospital, but you know, in that sense.
I'm stopping you trespassing. You're trespassing all the time. You're trespassing.
In that way, you could argue he was, but you know.
Delusional. I'm sure someone's trespassed a public footpath. Well, matter if they were, if they catch
Oh, what
evidence
Lake
of them
Marshhead, yeah,
breaking,
might catch it.
doing illegal hunting,
I know,
breaking law on the way,
trespass is
assaulting
bad.
people. So it's my
Stupid,
trespass
yeah.
way into somebody's bloody house now, and I'm stopping the murder of somebody. I don't think the law would be too bothered about me trespassing if I
Yeah,
was actually getting
exactly.
evidence of them bloody
You were
breaking the
helping
law.
that person.
Well, I
You
think
happen to
jumped up when,
know.
because they think they're
You
above
happen
the
to
law
know
anyway,
of them
don't
as
they?
well. You happen to know of them as
It'll
well.
make a difference, wouldn't it?
You were
I mean,
bloody. No, I mean you were helping them.
yeah.
I know.
I mean, rather trivial comparison, I think.
Somebody being bloody murdered or something, as you say.
Retarded, aren't they? They are. They think they're
Don't you
above the
look at
law
it
anyway,
like
don't
that?
they?
Well, they do anyway, don't they, as you say. They think they're above the law anyway, as you say. Yeah, of course they
Jumped up
do.
arseholes and
No, no, they're terrible people.
evil bloody
Terrible
scumbags.
evil scumbags, aren't they? Horrible people. Yeah.
You don't have to worry about why do you make social media shit, as you put it. Why do you care less someone was filming you?
Yeah.
If you weren't doing anything wrong, then they'd be wasting
Because
their
they're
time, wouldn't
liars,
they?
aren't they? They contradict themselves, don't they?
Retarded, aren't they, as
Well, they
well?
are as well, yeah.
People lack of logic as
And
well.
liars. Liars as well. Yeah. Liars as well.
Must be delusional. So I'd say it's trespass. It's not a public place. You know, me buddy filming the hunt there in the buddy, buddy thingy bob, the park.
Yeah.
Bloody delusional.
Wow, they are delusional, aren't they? Yeah. Bloody
It's got a
mental.
problem with geography, you know.
Yeah.
Film wherever you like. And where am I standing? And you can stand and you can film whatever you like
Put it
in
up
a
a bit
public
louder
place.
than that, though.
Yeah, it won't go loud, that was
Oh,
recorded,
no.
it's the only thing.
Oh, no, I was going to say.
Some videos do a
So
bit
you're
more.
just listening to it, say your volume can't be that bad. You've got quite a good volume. I was going to say. Bloody hell, I was going to say, well. So you're not quite bothering me if you think that, you know. Whatever you put on at the moment, you know, take me notice anyway. I didn't like somebody or something to take me notice all the time, you know. Not quite bloody, you know, dictating to people. I'm going to make it look like I'm dictating to people what they watch. I don't quite go that far.
No, no quiz.
Quite bloody, you know, fascist or something. Bloody dictate to people all the time who or what they watch. Making the point that some of them are so bloody horrible on. I'm not quite saying everyone on bloody Bigo or BitChute or bloody YouTube or whatever the case. Everyone on there quite is bloody evil or malevolent. All got bloody, you know, malevolent intentions quite in everyone's case. But I must admit, there are more people on there than I thought there were like that these days. It's a bit surprising, isn't it? On that bloody YouTube, you know, there's more people on there than you think that are like it.
Ah, there is.
Oh, there's some of them on YouTube alone. They seem to be, don't they?
Yeah.
What malevolent people they are on there. People are right on there. Some people are right on there in their own way, or they're right, but, you know, they're just bloody, not really interesting, some people sometimes, are they?
Ah.
You know, or, you know, uncommon with them, perhaps.
So, in case of bloody disliking some people,
Not a case of disliking some people necessarily.
Yeah, I hated them,
Everyone on there's quite bloody, you know. There's some people on there, they are a bit narcissistic. I agree with Daniel on there, they are. You know, on some of these bloody things, you know, some women particularly, well, minority of men as well. Especially on bloody YouTube. Call that rat boy hello. That awful bloody rat boy alone.
Yeah. Evil rat face, I know.
See why Sear and numerous people can't stand him? Can you wonder why, though? To be fair, if somebody keeps hating on Christians, you're not going to fucking like
Exactly.
them, really, are you?
He just hates someone Muslim just because they're Muslim. Like
Well,
I know he doesn't
so
like
I can
religion per se,
understand
but
why
sick
she
people.
fucking dislikes him for that reason.
Sick you have a problem with a number of Muslims, he does, I know.
He doesn't even tackle things about that.
He doesn't go about ones that he should
But
do.
he actually should. He doesn't go on about the ones
That
that
selfish,
he should really be
evil
going
scumbag with regard for anyone.
Well, exactly, he hasn't.
So might be more inconsistent, but he be a bit
slightly more
peculiar,
time
inconsistent.
If he was going on about
Some people that are a
ISIS
bit
and people like that,
just
I'd
as
have
much
a bit more
mentally ill.
time for him,
They
slightly.
could have somebody good morals as well, but
I don't think he's got the right to be quite so bloody nasty to everybody just purely for that reason. But at the same time, if he was having a go about ISIS and people like that, I think fair enough having a go about them. Because that's fair enough. It's true it'd probably be true what he'd be saying, wouldn't it? But he just starts on people just for the sake of starting on them. Nobody's even said anything to him, and he's bloody rude and, horrible to people.
yeah.
No, I can understand why people don't like him. Quite honestly, I can understand why a number of people don't like him. Because he's bloody horrible. Let's face it, he is horrible in his case. Nasty piece of work. He's not only horrible, somebody being horrible's one thing, that's bad enough. When they're actually slanderous so, and virtually almost could virtually get people off fucking target in some cases, then
he tries to do with people.
Wrong. That is completely wrong.
He sells sort of things about various people on YouTube. Said things about Brian Hill. He can't even back it up at that. Brian Hill said, what he's saying about him is slanderous. He said, he made a point to him, where's your evidence?
Where things about you, so I believe.
I know. I believe Brian Hill. I believe with other people against that bloody evil rat boy. As he made a point, he said, where's your evidence then? Show this evidence then if you got it.
That rat boy is.
Evidence and proof.
He's evil, that rat boy. More like rat boy, more like devil boy he should be called. Bit of an insult to a rat, really. Isn't there a bit of an insult to a rat? God. More like devil boy, isn't he? Or satanic boy. Oh, bloody evil that bloke is. He's probably the kind of person that's bloody into Satanism.
Probably is.
The person who is into that. It's all about digging people up that are dead. How sick, using their head as a football. Well, their remains. God, what a sick thing to say. What a sick thing to say, though, isn't it?
Ah.
Oh. That is a horrible thing to say, that is. I'd never bloody say that, even if I couldn't stand somebody and they'd actually done something to me. I still think that's bloody tasteless. Something.
Well, no, most people would.
That is tasteless. Oh. That is pretty horrible saying that. That's somebody who's never actually done you any harm though, and he doesn't even know this bloke. That's what makes it worse, doesn't it? If that was somebody who'd actually done him harm, that would still be a bit fucking tasteless, never mind. But what is the reason for it in this man's case? Even criticising Rodney for being upset. What a ridiculous thing to have a go at someone for. What's he supposed to do then? Go there and kill himself laughing? Well, that's a friend of his. That's a horrible thing to say. That's nasty. I may not especially, particularly like the bloke, but I do think that is horrible though. That is pretty horrible saying that.
Ah.
It is. That is pretty horrible. Whatever else, at least Rodney hasn't had a knife to his fucking mother.
Nah.
By all accounts, so at least
point he made on there.
Okay, he says things that he shouldn't
Yeah.
say. He shouldn't say about raping women.
Not I've heard anyone imply that about him even.
Even if you are only joking, you shouldn't be saying that. It's not a good idea in this day and age to be saying that on a social fucking thingy bob website.
No, his own common sense would tell him that.
Idea, nowadays, because there are people that really are being raped and everything, and some people wouldn't take that as a joke, even if you did mean it. It's a bit of a strange thing to keep making.
Yeah, well, it is.
I know.
Him say that on there.
In that context, I mean, when Stella was saying that was a bloody long while ago, and that was just to me, bloody walking down the road.
Yeah, different context, but
she was just making a
Ronnie
joke.
says a number of bloody, you know.
She didn't mean it in a bloody...
A number of bloody
way
sick
that
things
hoping
before.
that somebody bloody was quite... She's just making a bloody joke.
There's a number of things that are offensive enough at the best of times.
At night, to Nanny's place, quite. She's just making a bloody joke. Can't compare that in 2022 and a man particularly going on there making a joke about a thing like that, about wanting to actually rape women. That's not the same, even the same thing even, as what some people have said. Even if, okay, he meant it 100% as a joke and he wouldn't even ever do that. Let's just say.
Well, no, still
he must
still a sick thing to say, isn't it? Full stop.
On that, surely. It's not the most sensible thing to go and say, is it?
No.
I mean, if you went on there saying things like that, could you wonder why people
well, no.
picking up
no,
on
one
that
could. If
saying,
anyone, if a number of people said that, hypothetically, you know,
have
that's
you
still...
gone bonkers, ostrich, or something?
Yeah.
So, you know, you can't understand that, can he?
Why
people would think that. He's got a deficit there. Because of all those drugs and everything else, and he perhaps doesn't take his bloody medication when he should. He's not, you know, speaking right, you know, the way he's speaking on there. Now he's going on about that woman all the time, saying that she's obsessed with him. So, you know, why would all these people be obsessed with him? He's got a very narcissistic side to him as well. Some people said it was because it could possibly be true that some people bloody are. In fact, some people have had an obsession about me and about us in Bay years ago.
Well, no, some people have.
Did have an obsession about
not by the right way, you know. Some people don't.
It wasn't in the right way, no. It wasn't certainly always in the right way, no. But they, quite honestly, they did have it. Other people use that word. But they did have a fucking obsession about us.
Yeah.
That would be actually
well, you know
true.
that, yeah. I was Kimberly on there again.
Yeah, that would be actually true. That some people had, but as you say, not in the right way either. I don't think that woman has. I don't think she even especially likes him. I don't get that impression. Well,
yeah. He has her, if anything. Why it matter? And some women did. When he likes them as well. He's fixation as much or more. I know. If he had nothing to hide, he was telling the truth. And that Kane was a barefaced liar, which I'm sure she's not. Not at least where he's concerned. Why would he let Brian Hull show those messages on the screen? I know. Well, it's clearly him that has her, isn't it?
Well, it does to me.
Yeah.
That's debatable. He doesn't fancy her, but still, he's so inconsistent. What he says, that's debatable. He says he doesn't fancy some people in one breath, but that's debatable. Some of the women he does half fancy, or says he does. They're worse than her in some ways. I agree with Daniel. So some of them are worse than her overall. So, but mind you, that's
not the fussiest of people, is he?
But still, he's not the most. No, I'd agree with you there. He's not the most fussy of people either. Not really. No. Look at some of the women he fancies, or possibly does. So, well, exactly. I say no more. So on that one. As you say, he's not the most fussy of people. No, not really. Why would everyone have an obsession about him? On what evidence?
Yeah.
And he's the one who sent her 73 messages like that. That seems to me like he's the one with the obsession, not the other way round.
Yeah, it does to me.
I would have thought so. Looking as an onlooker on and a bloody being a neutral somewhat. I would certainly say so. But that seems to me the other way round.
Ah, it does to me.
Still. that man has actually sent that woman 73 messages that have been bloody sexual. All of them.
Who's the obsessive? I know, him.
Who's the one that's got the obsession about that person? Well,
if it was all lies, then why'd he object to Brian Hale? You know, when he offered to show it on his live stream.
So another thing, exactly, and another thing, if she's going on like this with he's implying that she virtually fancies everyone, which
why'd it be so significant if she, you know,
so what
was going after him?
Significant if she was going after him then? Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. Why would she be particularly obsessed about him then? If she fancies everyone anyway, what would be the big thing with him? Then?
Why'd it be so significant? Thanks, then.
Why would it be that significant then? That's the point I was going to make. Yeah, he must have bloody read my mind there. That's what I was going to make. Yeah. Why would that be that significant then? As you say. If you're saying, well, that woman does this to everyone, or virtue goes on like that, well, why would you be so different then in that particular man's case? Unless they made it clear they like them more than they do anyone else. Well, and what has she actually said or done that said any of this? Well, she doesn't give me the impression she particularly likes him either. Even mentally likes him especially, never mind, that one's debatable, but she fancies him as well that much.
Yeah.
I haven't really got that impression, but then I don't really know her, do I? So,
no, I don't.
And how she goes on. I must admit, I haven't actually got that impression really myself.
No, I haven't.
I haven't, but...
Yeah.
I don't actually get that impression. No.
I say not I know that well, like a number of other people online, but...
I think Rodney likes to think, though, that everyone fancies him, though. He likes to
well,
think
of course
that
he does.
Anyway, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, why is a so-called married man, strictly speaking, by all accounts, then why is he keeping on about other women, then? See, this is what... So what is a so-called married man then, sending another woman 73 messages like that then? Well, you know, he hasn't got much of a marriage then, has he?
No,
Why would you
he
be
hasn't.
doing that? Why would anyone be doing that behind their husband or wife's back, really? I can't see why he would if that was the case.
No.
If you like them so much, why would you be doing that?
Well, no, I would have thought so, no.
Sense, does it? No.
Hmm. What?
Blowing off really, pardon me.
Yeah.
Guts a bit. No, not in that way particularly. Especially, but...
Don't punch me in the jaw. Don't punch me in the jaw. Try to punch me in the throat. Come on, Dave. Don't stop. Well, you're going to punch me in the throat again.
No, I agree with you. Why would that be that significant about that person then? Not really, no. I can't really see that. Still. I can't really see that one myself. Not really. No. Regardless, what you think about that woman or man. Well, Sylvester say he contradicts himself.
Well, he does, doesn't he? Not almost, he does contradict himself, doesn't he? About a number of things.
That's the woman. He's saying he's got the body that looks like a 13-year-old boy. Or got the body
Just about some
of a
things and some
13-year-old
people, he contradicts himself a lot.
Yeah, he does. He does. Well, at least some people don't keep contradicting themselves in that way on there. At least in that way. No. Some people are very consistent, at least, about that one. Yeah. Daniel agrees he contradicts himself. He says one thing 1 minute and something else the next about someone. But she says, you know, something different. He agrees about that. He's contradictory there.
Yeah.
Why would he be wanting to send her messages? I know, exactly. If he thinks all that about her, I know. Exactly, that's what I said.
Nah, bizarre way going on, I know.
Sure, he wouldn't want to send anyone a message that he thought that about. At least he'd be consistent with it. At least he's consistent who he fancies and who he doesn't.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be inconsistent about that one for a start. He'd be bloody inconsistent. Some of the women he's gone on about, anyway, they're not anything special, so who's to say that he is, really? He's that great. Better looking men around than Rodney. Better looking men around than him. That's opinion even then. It narrows your eyes up close, isn't it, a bit? Some people bloody might think. Say that he's fat like that boy, that is stupid, isn't it? He's not particularly fat, is he? Unless he's put on a lot of weight since I've seen him on there speaking to Brian Earl only a matter of months ago. He certainly didn't look very fat on there. Don't look very fat to me. I don't know about you.
No, it didn't to me.
Fat? Doesn't look that fat to me. No, I can't see that. Everyone's fat to that bloody rat boy recently, aren't they?
Yeah.
Who says this about no end of people being fat? Probably say it about somebody as skinny as Ruth, wouldn't he? Next.
Well, he would, yeah.
No, joking apart. Everyone's fat to him. Parts of him are possibly stockier than Rodney, if anything, himself. That's a joke. I can't see how Rodney's fat, but still, I can't see that.
Whether someone's an arsehole or not, I agree
with
with
him.
him.
A bit more of a beer gut on me than I had years ago. But he is 40, mind you, to be fair. He's not that old, but he's not that young. He's not a fucking teenager anymore either, so that's not that unusual if he did, to be fair about that, is it? How's he fat? I can't see how he's fat. No, doesn't look very fat to me. Just looks average kind of build. Not skinny either, but just kind of average build. Doesn't look fat to me. I can't see that. Can't see how he is. Really you? I can't see that. No.
Do his eggs do hard boiled a bit. It's good for your gut, say if you do them all.
No, don't make it angry. No, my stomach doesn't ache.
Ah. So yeah, for when you do those eggs, quiz, do some hard boiled ones. They're good for your stomach anyway, aren't they? Do a couple.
Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't actually ache in that way. Sometimes you can have slight constipation, can't you? As well.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll ring up there tomorrow and I'll try and speak to somebody on there. If don't expect to speak to him tomorrow, I can speak to somebody on there tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. See one more text these later to remind him, and then try to get in contact with him, and try it tomorrow. Re up the thingy, Bob. Re up that place of it.
fences and gates. It's an assault course. Somehow we must connect with the hunt. The Sab's tactics are aimed at catching up with the hounds and distracting them from the other side.
No, I'm not sure, Quiz.
Control the pack, so the Sabs use horns as well. There's a more high-tech method too, using a tape of the hounds, full cry, and a megaphone. There's still this camera at long range. It's hard work because the hunt moves faster than we do. The Sabs have CB radios to keep in touch with each other.
Hunters say their sport isn't just for the landed classes, but these special...
It's expensive. When the public tires of paying for it, either hunting or hunt sabotage will be banned. One of the more experienced Sabs told me that the heavy policing and the hunt's need to employ stewards means the protesters are winning. The strategy is to create so many public order problems that hunting is driven underground. The Sabs believe victory is in sight.
The hunters believe their sport is being misunderstood by outsiders.
They dodgy guts a bit.
So they will continue to defend their traditions because to admit defeat spells the end of their way of life.
Oh no, I've been on that a few times. Certain foods could go through people a bit more. They go through the, they go through your guts a bit more.
Right, there are three boys, in my way. Come on, boys, out the way. Don't be so daft. Oh, well, so what? What are you doing here, then? Anyway, that's not what my map says. Well, if it's private, why don't you let me leave it? Well, so you keep telling me, so let me go if it's private.
Yeah. I know a bit more itchy the last few days, yeah.
They've got all the cars piling up behind me now. They're just three boys standing in front of me. They're a bit lucky. Yes, they're just letting them go on the other side now, and I've got three twerps standing in front of my car, and I do need assistance. The police are not far away.
That's not on. Sit here a minute. Poor old Jess has gone in the other room again, hasn't she? Poor old
I think
thing.
so, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, poor old thing. Love poor old Jess. Poor old Jess. Give her a cuddle in a minute.
Thanks, Lois. The police are
I
here
love
now.
that
They're
dear
still
old
working.
thing.
Right, she's little darling.
I know. Dear old thing.
I think you'd be better
Don't
off.
like that keep on that cat from hell thing.
Fancy rubbish on TV.
Really, keep
It's
saying
crap anyway on there at times.
horrible thing to say about your poor cat. I know. Nasty.
I am filming this, so just there's no confusion about what's going on.
Well, Donald, that's horrible. Keep saying that.
Well, I
Calling
think
that title on that programme.
It's one of those things where you've got
Nasty.
Yeah, you keep saying, but I'd like to leave private land if you tell me
Donald,
it's
dear, I
private.
don't like it.
it's down to landlord.
It's bloody nasty, that is.
Landowners are allowed to keep
Calling
you
them
on
that.
private
Bloody
land then,
cat's
are they?
bloody hell anyway.
Do right now.
You could
Oh,
ask them
that's
to
very
leave.
stupid.
Well, arrest them then.
Well, there's no offence right now. They're saying
Fine,
you can leave
okay.
anytime you want, Judy. You have to leave your vehicle behind.
Oh yeah, with this lot? Are you joking?
This is what I'm saying, Judy.
No cat in
I
hell.
can hear what you're saying. I just think it's
Literally.
ridiculous.
But you came on the side. You passed the sign saying private land.
Yeah, okay, why
Cats
don't you
want
say
to be
it again?
blamed for
I'm
things.
saying it's quite obvious.
Cats wouldn't be blamed for things that human beings would be.
Ah,
Absolutely
exactly.
They don't know any different.
So,
Cats, they wouldn't be blamed for
childish
something.
teachers
Cats
seeking
wouldn't
fancy rubbish, all
literally
that
be blamed for
program.
things that human beings do. Can't
Ah,
compare what a cat does, even at its worst, to what a human being does. I know. Poor creatures. Say things about those lovely creatures like that, call them that. Lovely creatures. Lovely Otto, bless him, he's lovely. What a beautiful creature he is, isn't he?
yeah,
Puts his
he's
little
lovely.
paws out, bless him, I know. Affectionate little creature. Puts his lovely paws out, bless him. Handsome beast, isn't he? Quite handsome, really, isn't he, in a way?
He is,
Quite
yeah.
handsome in his own way, yeah, he is. Certainly not ungood looking, no. Lovely fur and nice coloured eyes. Got nice eyes himself, bless him. Jas has got lovely green eyes and he's got lovely caramelly browny eyes. I know, bless him. Lovely little sweet little eyes himself, bless him. Yeah. Bless his heart.
Wonderful people in this world, aren't there?
Really Charlotte about that one.
I know about lovely cats, yeah.
That's one thing I can't disagree with her about that one. Can't really disagree with her on that one. Yeah. I know she likes him. Oh, itchy skin, yeah. Bloody got a clean on my chest right. Bloody itchy. Bloody antihistamine in a minute. Cool. Bloody could do with one, I think. Well, I've got a couple of those tablets later on it. One of Andrew's ones some point today. And get us one of them some point today. And also I'll have one of those bloody other ones from Boots later on. A couple of them.
Yeah, those, CBD
I'll have a couple
ones.
of them later on.
So you're arsehole, what are you right, boy? I tell ya.
Oh dear.
I think you were saying you were cold.
Yeah.
Won't get very far, Penny. The quad bikes are blocking the road and all the thugs are surrounding my car.
No, it's horrible some things are. You know, that bloody chest, put some cream on there later.
Stupid boys.
That's a bit
Stay in front and
sometimes.
behind the car.
Some cream on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, these are the masked up terrier thugs that we've got here. Well, you're blocking the road! Get out the way!
Nutcases, evil fox hunting's gone, I know.
They are.
Mate, imagine they hold the roads of that, I agree with the people.
They can you properly.
No, just get back at least when it's come out like that.
Properly like that.
Shy Hunts, but yeah, covering his face, yeah, take the mickey
Yeah,
out of him.
all the scumbags.
Conveniently, yeah.
Yeah. That rat creatures on there again. No, not encourage you to keep looking at him. I know, but it annoys him. Ends up annoying people. That scumbag does.
No, piece of crap.
Piece of crap, I know. I have to try and bloody flag some of his videos. I watch a couple of times, and then bloody try and flag them then.
Exactly, yeah.
Crystal Topaz, I'll have to look on there. Some of that shitbags videos, I can't stand him. I wish somebody would get him off of there, actually. Yeah, he's got a couple of screws loose as well, admittedly, in some way or another. Some sort of personality disorder or something as well, I think. Well, and a lot more than that, I think. I think psychopath, I think. He's psychopathic the way he speaks. And about digging up dead people, he's disturbed, that man. Yeah, and they'll put you away, mate, I tell you. Desecrating someone's grave.
Exactly, yeah. They
Literally did that, they'd probably put him in a fucking psychiatric.
probably would, yeah.
That, mind you, if anything. They'd say, what the hell are you bloody doing that even for? Is he disturbed, that man? How disrespectful as well, doing that. Talking about actually doing that even, how disrespectful. He talks about Rodney. He's actually wished Brian Hell's youngest children to fucking die. recently as well. COVID and something else.
Yeah, he did, that's right. Yeah, wasn't that? Yeah.
Cancer or COVID or something. He actually hoped that they died recently. His youngest children, one of them's only about
Yeah,
5,
he said
I
both
think,
even.
so-
Yeah, he wished them
Oh,
to
bloody hell,
die
that's nice
both
to
those
know.
things.
Boy, if I bloody argued with him and he annoyed me, you know, I wouldn't bring them into it. They're only young as it is, 2 or 3 of them are. A couple of them are. Especially one of them that's only about bloody 5, one of them.